What up, YouTube? Absolute here, the Absolute One username, showing a pre-build to my Traxxas 16 Boss 302 Little Rally. Start off with it, and here it is in pieces. I picked her up used and neglected from local classifieds here. And when I got her, I just tore her down. It was all dirty and disgusting and halfway broken. Tore her down into pieces. And then getting ready for dye. So it's like this chassis and things like this. And then the other parts are in little containers. Getting ready to dye. The body that it came with, not to bash anyone's painting skill or taste, but it came with a brand new Focus body, but that was a little bit, butchered. Paint wise, I guess. Personal preference, I guess. But there is pieces that's getting ready to go and dye. Bulkheads, by the way, I noticed they were drying out when I took them apart, and so I put them in plastic bags so they wouldn't keep drying out, so it's hard to clean them up. Kind of how I build all my stuff is from parts instead of buying them used and replacing stuff as it breaks. That's kind of how I do it. Start out with the lowest stuff. With the Traxxas kind of parts. We got ourselves bulkhead here. One of them's broken. Skids, since they're kind of scratched up. Front and rear as well. Skid plates. Aluminum balls. Traxxas 7028X. Hollow balls, steel balls instead of the plastic ones they come with. New steering, because one of the pieces was stuck, and I think I'm going to have a hard time getting it off, so instead I just picked up some new pieces for it. Body mounts, a couple different options. 7314 and 7015. One's for the Gymkhana, one's for the rally, something like that. But a couple different options right there in regards to body. See what kind of fits good. They're pretty similar to each other, but a little different itself. So goes up. And then electronics wise, it's gonna be running a original Castle Sidewinder speed control. Essentially because it fits really well right there in this little slot here, and if I just brace it accordingly right there, then it fits really well. So that's the main reason why. Running the original Sidewinder. I was gonna get an SV2 for here and throw this one in the other truck, but this will be a good fit right here. They run cool, and I've ran this thing for a long time and still going strong. So great speed control. Servo wise, a little high tech HS85MG. Although they're micro size, like a lot of the servos out there are, only few servos fit in here. Traxxas 2080, I think that's what it is. Servos are name micro, but they're not the same size as the majority of micros out there. So there's only a few options out there. This one being the one I went with. Availability was one thing. So, and then for motor, little Traxxas 380, which by the way I picked up on local hobby shop for about 67 bucks. Went home, saw it after I had opened it. Went home and got it soldered in there. Went home, went on eBay, and saw how ridiculously cheap they are on eBay for brand new ones. So, but you know what? It's cool. And then moving on, new chassis. I might try to clean that one up, and then if I can, I'll keep this one in the package. If not, I got a new one ready to go in the dye as soon as I dye either tonight or sometime this week. As I mentioned in my other video, if you've seen, I do appreciate T-Bone Racing and their products. This is kind of what I'm talking about. T-Bone Racing, rear bumper and chassis skid for the Traxxas 16th Rally, of course. They sell differently with different rear bumpers. I got an old style. Now they have the holes in them. I got the old style from the toys.com, which don't have that right there. So that's kind of specifically why I got it from them. And then as for affiliate parts, knuckles, hot racing knuckles. Originally had gotten the GH ones, but first they looked already scratched up in the package. The aluminum looked like it was soft enough to chew in the package from GH Racing. And I wasn't really too fond of them, so I took those back and then I got these. But biggest thing about these was, especially since it's gonna be a car, is you could put little disc calipers through them, which is really neat. So that'll be cool, especially because it's gonna be a car for around the road, to kind of bash around the neighborhood. So that'd be cool. More, of course, for the back. Little adjustable turnbuckles and camber buckles, links for the truck, so I can get kind of the wheels don't really sit with a straight camber in the back on these, and I think the toe is a little off too, with those plastic ones that you can't adjust. So adjustable ones are good to have, and that way you kind of adjust to your needs and they look good too. More little disc brakes, center one-way diffs. These are cool because with these here, then with these Hot Racing aluminum center one-way diffs, see there, with these you actually are good for drifting around with these Traxxas little 1/16 scales, because what it does is when you apply the brakes, it allows the car to just apply brakes at the back and free up the front wheels to stay steady, versus trying to drift with applying brakes to all four. Makes it a lot better and easier to drift on these. So if you have one, keep it in mind. You know, the option out there for you. Springs, like the majority of folks running these who change out their springs and know what's going on. Traxxas 7342 and 7341 black and tan springs. Popular combination. I went because that's what a lot of people recommended, so I don't really know much about these. Where some other ones I know backwards, like the Traxxas two-wheel drives, I know backwards and forwards. Like in my other videos, I have a few of them. This truck is still pretty new to me, so. Then we got here ourselves some Fast Eddie bearings, a little bearing kit for them, a few different sizes. By the way, these guys are awesome, and they are like $1 for bearings. They're not amazing by any means, not racing bearings, not ceramic bearings, but they have held up, or they have black rubber sealed ones, which I use on my Stampedes on the wheelie bar wheels, because I busted out the Traxxas ones, and they work just as good, if not better, than the little Traxxas ones. They're like 5 by 2, 8 by 2.5 is the size or something like that. And so they work awesome. So if you're ever looking for bearings for cheap, even for like an XL5 or like your sons or something, put some cheap bearings, you can get them for $1 a piece over there. So good deal. And motor mount plates, especially going from the big motor that it came with, the Titan, STRC motor. I'm not really sure what they're actually called, except for the mount plates. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the difference between these two are in terms of exact technical names, but these go together. Of course, the motor sits there, and of course they go together. This attaches here as well. So there those are. And then in regards to wheels and tires, first off, we got ourselves some HPI wheels. And then these are the TE37 wheels, black, 3mm, of course. Traxxas ones are 4mm offset. These are the HPI's 3mm, is the closest thing to. Super drift tires from HPI for that setup. So for those, next setup is going to be some Gymkhana green ones. I was going to dye these right away as soon as I got them. When I dyed the rest of the vehicle, I was just going to dye these. But then I had kind of a thought of, you know, leave them green and then do that. And then what I'll do is I'll just get a Gymkhana body and then quickly be able to change out from what it's going to look like into a Gymkhana real quick, so that I kind of have all three. Because, I mean, I kind of wanted the Gymkhana, but then I prefer to go with something else. So that way, kind of do that. And then their Gymkhana slicks, Traxxas, the appropriate ones. Which I probably should have just got them glued if I was going to do that, but I thought I was going to dye them. But I think now I might leave them green and kind of do a traditional Gymkhana thing, and then be able to just throw the body on, throw the tires on, and kind of have that set up if I want to play around that way. That'd be kind of cool. Traxxas wheels as well. These ones are for the rallies, and 7371, and same thing, of course, 7371. The little ones that go with these. BF Goodrich tires from Traxxas. So a lot of people ride these. I think they're, you know, decent, whatever. I think they're better than these from what I hear. I'm not really sure. I'm again still new to the whole Traxxas 16 scale rally whole thing. So but with that, that's the pre-build to oh, and last but not least, of course, I almost forgot, the body for this is going to be a Proline Camaro body, recently released, one of the newest ones available for the Traxxas 16 scale. There we go. Cut it out last night as well, seems like I've been spending a lot of time cutting bodies lately. And then, so it's going to be the Proline. I got something in store I'm going to do, but I'll wait to show you guys once it's done. And with that, that's it. This is the pre-build to the rally. Check back later. Subscribe, rate, comment, like. Ask any questions. I will have updates soon when she starts coming together. I'll post some more videos up, and of course when she's done. So with that, peace out, YouTube. Later.